What's up, guys? It is Thursday, June 20th, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 848,808. TikTok, next block. I ran into somebody today. It was pretty cool, actually. I wasn't expecting this. I was doing a DoorDash late this morning, early afternoon. And I had to come into this office building. It was for guys can. It was a place where you can de-age yourself and lose weight and stuff like that. So I went in there, and the lady's name was such and such. So I went there looking for her, and I opened the door, and the guy was just standing there, right? And I was like, "What the?" And for a split second, I thought he was somebody dressed up as him, right? Because he had the whole ensemble on. It was freaking Flavor Flav, man. Flavor Flav from Public Enemy. And I've been watching Flavor Flav since the 90s, so that was pretty cool. And it was unsuspected or unsuspected. No, what's that word I'm looking for? I wasn't prepared for it, right? I know you're screaming at me. Yeah, that was cool, man. I saw him. I didn't say anything to him though. I wanted to, but he had the whole ensemble. He had the Public Enemy shirt. He had the clock on. He had the shades. Just a little dude, man. I'm just like, what the hell? You know what I mean? But again, Las Vegas, you see these people all the time. I mean, he had the whole ensemble on. You know what I mean? But, and I said, she goes, Jerry. When I walked in, the lady saw me. She says, Jerry. And I'm like, hey. I was like, because they got my name on it for the DoorDash. And I was like, said her name. She said, yeah. And so I gave it to her. I said, what's this place for? And then she told me it's an anti-aging place and food and losing weight. And I said, okay, cool. And then Flav turned around and started walking somewhere. And I looked at her like, she's like, mm-hmm. So that was cool. Anyways, also too, on a side note, I went to a casino last night in my neighborhood. And they had these specials on Wednesday. They give half off steaks, and you can use your points with the casino and stuff. So that's cool. So I did that, and every single day if I eat out, I try to find little ways to save money. And it was a good steak too, man. It was really, really cheap. I didn't have to come out of pocket for it because I used some points I had. So that was cool. Always try to find deals like Taco Tuesdays. They got a bunch of deals like that. But anyway, this is not what this video is about. This video is about, as you can see from the title, don't be a scroller, guys. Now, what do I mean by that? Don't be a person that just sits there and scrolls to their phone, and be a person that doesn't pay attention or don't have a long attention span. A person that has a short attention span. This is what they do with these social media stuff. They don't want you to watch long form content. You know what I mean? That's why TikTok and everything, because I don't have TikTok. There's nothing wrong with TikTok, if you use it for the right stuff. As I'm learning, I had a couple people teach me that TikTok does have some pretty good videos on there. I honestly didn't mess with it because it was China and all that other stuff. But don't be that person when you walk into somewhere and you see a bunch of people just scrolling through their phone, scrolling through their Facebook, scrolling through their Instagram, scrolling through their whatever, and constantly just swiping and moving and swiping and moving. You're not going to learn anything like that, and you're only going to get a tiny bit of information. This is why the mainstream media has been winning for many years, especially before social media came out. But really, when social media came out, they started just doing headline stuff, and then maybe the first couple of paragraphs, if you even read that much, they'll lie to you about this, that, and the third, and they'll start giving you a little bit more at the bottom. But they know the average person never gets to the bottom of an article. So all they have to do is put these sensational headlines up. And the reason why you only know a little bit of what's going on, is because you only look at a little bit. You only look at it for a second. Oh, Donald Trump, 34 felonies. Oh, inflation is because of these bad companies. They're evil companies. Oh, this, that, and the third. And they feed you this information while you're sitting there taking nibbles and nibbles of little pieces of things. And at the same time, you're watching and listening to and looking at a bunch of nonsense that they want to keep you off of the real stuff and distracted and not knowing what's going on. And don't be one of those people, man. Everywhere I go, whether it's the casino, whether it's a restaurant. I'm just seeing people just sitting there scrolling through their phone and not understanding, not watching a long form content of videos. Let me tell you what I do real quick, okay? And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm just telling you what I do. What works for me. I don't watch short videos. I just don't. I mean, people send them to me all the time. I have about a dozen people send me videos from a minute or less, funny videos and stuff like that. And you know, do I occasionally watch that stuff? Yeah, because I look at what they send me, and then I scroll up to something else, and next thing you know, you've been distracted. So I'm not saying I don't watch it at all. If I said that, I misspoke. But I try to avoid that stuff, right? What I try to focus on is stuff that's going to help me. You know, long form content of stuff about health and God and Bitcoin and the country and inflation and stuff like that. I don't get caught up in that short form videos unless it's somebody that I like, that I'm subscribed to, and they make a short video. You know what I mean? Just to get across. I watch a bunch of those, of course, but I don't sit there and feed my brain with a bunch of nonsense, and I don't ever read titles or read headlines without digging deep into it and believing it. I just don't. So it starts with you, right? You have to understand what this system is built on. It's built on that stuff, and they're using that very system to keep us uninformed and brainwashed. So don't fall for it. I know most of you guys don't do that, but when you're doing it, I just want you to keep in mind what you're doing. You know, don't download that stuff. Look at yourself like a computer, right? You are a computer that is downloading stuff in your subconscious brain and your conscious brain, right? Most of it comes from your subconscious, believe it or not. You are bombarded with over 2,000 ads a day. If you're on social media and watching TV and stuff, they are literally just throwing that stuff down our throats. That's why I don't have my YouTube channel, I don't watch ads at all. I have YouTube Premium. I pay $11.99 or $12.99 or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is the best money I've ever spent because I'm on YouTube a lot. I used to do Rumble a little bit. I'm on Rumble a little bit, but most part I'm just on YouTube, man. I don't do Instagram. I don't really look at Facebook too much. I don't look at TikTok. And again, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just telling you what I do. And I just don't focus on that short-term BS, man, because that's exactly what they want. And don't fall for their trap. But again, it starts with you. And if you don't do it, and you understand that you need to read books, download audible books. I do that too. And when you're doing that, and you're getting the whole picture, not just a snippet of it, because the reason why people don't understand what's going on is because, again, they watch that short stuff and the headlines. When it starts with you, then you can say, you know what? I'm starting to really understand how the world works. And now that I'm not doing those short form videos or short term or short form articles and stuff like that and just reading headlines, not only do I understand what's going on, but I can help other people wake up, stop them from doing it, and then teach them what I learned, and I can send them stuff that I watched and read. So just a daily reminder, guys, don't do that stuff, man. I know, again, most of you guys don't do that, but remember, man, they want us to keep our heads in our asses, our heads buried like ostriches. And again, don't fall for those stupid games, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, guys, you work your tail off for your money. You ain't got time for it. You don't got time for this BS. You know what I mean? You need to be learning and understanding. Oh my goodness. I want to talk about the little micro money that I like so much that I talk about on Saturday. You need to learn that as quickly as you can. Okay, everything else is cool. Your health, God, all that stuff you need to learn. But you're out here working every day. You're working every day, and you're giving your life and your energy for it. You know? So if that's the case, if you're not putting everything that you have, all your energy, your saved up energy when you work and stuff like that, after your bills are paid, after you have your entertainment and do everything you do, I'm talking about your discretionary income. I'm talking about your money that you save up. If you don't have everything into a certain asset, then you don't understand. If you really understood it, and this is not just me saying this, man, this is, you got to have some serious conviction and some serious hours of studying to understand this. If you don't have it all in there, you're not studying hard enough. You're not studying hard enough. So Do me a favor, study harder, and you know what I'm talking about. Your life is finite, your time is finite, and your energy is finite. It can't be created and it can't be destroyed, despite the United States thinking they can by just printing a bunch of dollars. One thing for sure, and two things for certain. They're always going to print more money. But the one that I'm getting ready to talk about, they can never print any more of that. And I think you guys already know what it is. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.